Hey everyone, today I just want to show you a bit about my new adventure map that is coming out on Thursday, as long as Mojang release 1.8.2 then, which they said they would. I'm currently running the supposedly last pre-release, pre-7. So I just wanted to show you a bit about the map and also how I've done the questing system, which a few people have been interested in. So when you first load into the map, you start in the ship. For those of you who don't know, this map it's sort of similar to Crash Landing, the Crash Landing mod pack. It's sort of, you've crashed on a barren planet and you have to basically survive and collect materials and stuff and complete quests. So you start with this quest book. So it's quest 1, room to breathe, then it says the rewards. If you go to the next page, it says the objectives. So your onboard computer has detected that the atmosphere outside the ship is not breathable. Acquire the space helmet and equip it to your head slot. So if I go over here, there is this spacesuit here, so I can put all this armor on. This here is the crafting module. If I try and interact with it, it says it's offline. And if I grab the space helmet, you kind of need to take it from the sort of top, just because that's the way the armor stands work. I should probably get rid of the dates tags. There we go. So that's quest complete, and now we have quest 2. So it's replaced the quest 1 book with quest 2 book, and that just means I save on having to have loads of pages on this. So objective: the ship's airlock has been damaged and cannot keep the cabin pressurized after you open it. Luckily, you have enough oxygen to last you. Open the airlock so you can see what you're up against on this barren planet. So here we have the open airlock button. I also have the compass and 2 water bottles. And in here I have something called a fluid extractor. And I'm just going to put the water bottles in there for now. And in here I have the Redstone Rifle. And the model for this was actually done by Weehehe. I'll leave a link in the description to the proper texture for this. All the other models, like the chair and the fluid extractor, etc., have been done by me. But I really couldn't figure out how to do sort of a gun one, like the needle gun, and Weehehe had just done an awesome model, and I got his permission to use it in the map, so that's awesome. So we'll go ahead and open the airlock, and so we get this cool effect as we open the door. And so now it says quest complete on the screen, and that's complete now, and we get the bucket as a reward for that. Quest 3, glinting in the dust. Your ship's onboard crafting module is offline. It appears to have been clogged from debris from the crash, but you cannot open it without the key card. Check around your ship, it must be around here somewhere. So I got this idea from the fact that when I first played the Crash Landing mod pack, it told me one of the quests was to find the, I think it was the journal, and there wasn't an actual journal in the sand, and that kind of made me sort of, not disappointed, but I tried looking for it for ages and I couldn't find it. So I thought I will actually have something in this map that you can pick up. So here's the actual key card. If I right click it, we can pick it up, and that's this quest complete. And so now we have the next quest, restore function, and with the keycard in hand, access the crafting module and clear out the debris from inside. There should also be the emergency crafting module crafting guide inside. So this map actually uses custom recipes using this crafting module. So if I take out all of the debris and stuff, then the crafting module now works. It's ready for use, and there's no more smoke, so that means it shows that it's working. So the custom crafting, the way that this works is this is actually a dropper facing upwards to allow for this sort of new texture that I've added. And basically the way that it works is it tests for certain layouts in each slot. And because of this, I can only do things one by one. So crafting is a bit tedious, but I think it works well enough to make it not a pain in the arse. So I'm just going to put that back. So the next quest is getting wood. So for this you just need to plant a tree and grow it and stuff. So use the bone meal that you got from the quest. And we can punch this tree down, and then we get quest complete. So quest 6, getting thirsty, rewards water bottle. So objective, use 9 saplings to craft mashed saplings, then place the mashed saplings inside a fluid extractor. Hold an empty bucket when next to it and voila, water. Remember to look up the recipes in the crafting module guide. Okay, so here's where it starts getting a bit complicated. This is the fluid extractor, so I need to fill this with the mashed saplings and then use a water bucket next to it to collect the water from inside it. So because it usually takes a few trees to actually get the mashed saplings, I'm just going to give them myself them. Oops. So they're actually, they're not in the pearls, they are is it ender eye? Yeah, okay. So this being all a vanilla map, all the items are basically used for different purposes, so they're just renamed in the lang file. So these are just ender eyes. I can't actually use them because there is no stronghold in this world. So if I go ahead and put one of each in the crafting module. Oh no, I'm an idiot. The oak saplings are what you need to craft the mashed sapling. So I put one of those in there, then I get the mashed sapling. So it can be placed in the fluid extractor. So if I go ahead and place this in here, and then use the bucket, then I get water, and then I can place it in a barrel and collect. It goes on for a while. So there's loads of quests. I think there's a total of like 23 or 24 different quests. So this is only the 7th quest, and it all gets a bit complicated. So I won't explain all the map. I'll leave it all. Yeah, I don't have the helmet, so a whole warning message comes up and tells me to put one on. So I'll grab the space helmet and put it on. There we go. You can also see that when you're wearing the helmet, these stats show up on the right, and that's your hydration and temperature. So you need to keep an eye out on those and make sure they don't go too low and too high for the temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and now explain how the whole questing system works. So this is all of the command blocks for the actual map. You actually get to explore down here after you finish the map. You end up here. And so this here is the whole questing module bit. This is the crafting module bit. And all of that is just some other stuff. So, and it's also for the achievements, but I'll explain that later. So basically for this I have a bunch of scoreboard objectives. The most important one is one called quest num, and that's just used for the actual quest number which the person is on. So I believe it starts on this one. So this is a fill clock running here, and so the way that it works is that the first quest, you're assigned a quest num score of 0 when you start the map. So this just tests for all players who are wearing a helmet and their score of their quest num score is 0. So when they have that, it activates this comparator and runs these commands here. So this one sets the quest num score to 1, which means they've basically completed that quest, and this gives them the next book. You can see down here it gives them the open the hatch book, and it clears all the books of author quests, so it won't clear books like the crafting guide and such. And it gives the compass, it gives the potions or the water bottles, and it does a title and subtitle command. And you may be wondering how I got these characters here, and that's actually using a resource pack I've used Unicode characters to sort of implement different blocks and items and such into the subtitles. So like, I'll choose a better example. Like here you can see the circuit boards. And yeah, and the grappling hooks. But yeah, so that's just one quest there, and it keeps going. So the wearing helmet is sort of the required score to complete this quest. And in the next one, it is door open, which is set when you open the airlock. So each sort of quest has a set of requirements to complete, and there are also ones where you need to actually have an item in your inventory, such as the one of them ones was when you had dirt in your inventory, and that completed the restore function quest. So oops. In here, for example, I have score players set at all got steel, which is another objective, to 1 whenever they have a diamond in their inventory. That's what steel is. And so when they have that, they can complete the got steel quest. So you can see here that it tests for all players who have the got steel and who are on quest number 10, and then it will run these commands. So it basically, there are many different ways to do a questing system, but this is what I came up with. It's sort of simple how it works. It does require quite a few scored objectives depending on how many quests you actually want, because you may need things like got sieve, got steel, got dirt. I've got a lot of got something objectives, so there are quite a lot of objectives that you need to keep in mind and make sure that you haven't got them before you actually need them for the quest and such. But it works pretty well for this map. Over here I've actually got all the quest books here. I used Crushed Pixel's JSON book generator tool for that. I'll leave a link in the description for that because that's quite cool. It allows you to make books really easily. If I press this button, oh no, I can't because I don't have the score, my bad. If you're wondering about the armor stands, it's for the lost quest book button in the ship. It basically allows you to get your book back if you lose it. So that's basically it for that. I will try and explain other things. Like, I will probably do a video on the random events, that's this area here, probably right after this, to be honest. But that's about it for that, so I'll see you next time in the next video that I do, which should be on this. So I'll see you then.